Hey, this is Rob with Cherry City Guns and Ammo, and we're out here on the range today and we're taking a look at a Colt New Frontier. This is a gun that hasn't been in production for a while, but it's a nice single action army style pistol. It's a little bit newer because you actually have target sights on it, but let's see how it runs. Stick around. Alright, so we were going with that kind of quick. You know, typical single action revolver. You gotta hold back the hammer and then pull the trigger for every single shot. And then you have to open the loading gate and kick them all out. So loading and unloading is kind of a pain. But you know, there's some cool nostalgia that you get when you're messing with these old single actions. Let's shoot a little bit more. Let's go for our hostage popper up there. Oh, right over it. You know, no problem hitting it, but the 22s just don't have enough oomph to knock it around. Now, myself, I'm not a big fan of the single action revolvers, the cowboy guns, mainly just because it's such a pain to load and unload. But you know, these old Colts are pretty neat. And so I don't mind playing with them every now and then. It's kind of a nice change. Let's see what we can do with the 60-yard targets. Seems like it's pretty dead on. So let's see, go for that 8-inch plate. There we go. Oh, saw that one just high left. Oh, just high. And we're empty. That's the problem. It's so hard to load and unload, and you just start shooting it and you run out of ammunition. That loading gate's so small. You got big fat sausage fingers like mine. It's kind of a pain with a 22. Kind of like that long range stuff. Let's go ahead and shoot the silhouette. Shoot the gong, missed it, and click. Alright, so we're going to put it on paper and see what it does. We've got some holes down in that target, but that top left bullseye is untouched. So let's go for it and see what this will do on paper. Alright, we're able to keep them all in the black. Let's walk over here and hit the little steel 22 flipper target. These don't rotate all that great because they're kind of hung up in the weeds there, but that's okay. We'll be able to tell if we hit them or not. First off, we've got a few that are already kind of up there, so let's hit that top target to reset them. Alright, we got them all reset. We've got 5 shots left for 4 targets. See if we can do it. 1. Oh, missed it. Now the pressure's on. I was only allowed one miss. Oh, I done screwed up. That's all right. Let's take a little up closer look at it. All right, so let's take a little closer look at this thing. It sure is a sharp little gun. We got really nice bluing on the barrel and the frame and the trigger guard and the trigger and the cylinder, and then we've got this really nice color case hardened frame on it, and that sure looks sharp. I've got a 44 that's a lot like that. We've got the classic Colt Prancing Pony stamped there into the steel, and we got it there on those grips. The trigger, it's a very, very skinny trigger. I don't know if that's what the old cowboys meant when they said a hair trigger, but that thing is super, super skinny, so it feels kind of weird, but it's rather crisp. It could be, there's a little tiny, tiny bit of movement right before it breaks, but not bad at all. It's a pretty darn good trigger. And in typical Colt single action style, if you listen to it, it spells its own name. C-O-L-T. That's how you can tell you've got an original Colt single action. You got 4 clicks as you're bringing the hammer back. And so to bring it to half cock, you go second click, open your loading gate, and your cylinder freely rotates at that point, and that's when you can get the gun all loaded up. So I gotta grab some more ammo. We'll go ahead and get this thing loaded up and do a little more shooting. All right, we're gonna try a little single-handed shoot of the hostage plate. Oh, missed it. All right, let's see here. Six shots just goes so fast. So I'm going to show you something real quick. With, I've got rather large hands, and I was trying to do this thing where you kind of bring it down with your other thumb to make it a little bit quicker. When that hammer's all the way back, I tend to kind of pinch myself. I mean, it's really kind of for a smaller handed shooter. It's comfortable enough. It's just having that hammer kind of dig in there is a pain. It's hard to get pushed down far enough doing it that way without hitting my hand and kind of stopping it. If you had a little bit smaller hands or for kids, this would be a great gun for kids to learn to shoot on. I'm going to make them learn to take a little more time since it's a little slower to load. They're not going to eat through your ammo as quick. One thing I learned when I started taking my kids to the range is there's no quicker way to burn through a whole bunch of ammo than to take your kids shooting. I still love it, it's a lot of fun, and I love taking my kids out to the range, but man, do you burn up the ammo. Those rounds just go too fast. Alright, so we went and changed out the cylinder in this thing. As you can see, this one is not fluted. This is a 22 Magnum cylinder. This is what came with this gun. So you can go back and forth between 22 long rifle and 22 Magnum. Let's see how the 22 Magnums do. Let's aim at that hostage plate. Maybe we'll have enough oomph to knock it around now. Looks like I'm hitting a little high. There you go. Oh, we knocked it halfway around. Well, let's shoot our little down close to the ground spinner. It's not spinning very good because the bottom of it is kind of hung up in the weeds. Let's go to our plate rack. And I'm out. Same problem with the Magnums. Doesn't take long to shoot them all, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to unload the brass and load up the new ones. All right. Let me shoot that silhouette, see if I can get that hostage plate to come back to where it's supposed to be. That started to. Maybe there's enough for me to hit it now. Yep, I hit it and still stuck backwards. Let's see what these will do on the 60-yard silhouette. I missed it. Alright, let's go back over here. We haven't shot the big hanging gongs in a while. Let's wake them up. Let's hit the smaller one. Let's shoot the one in the grass. Knock it free a little bit. Let's shoot that upper one now so we can get it to twist. Nope, still too much grass in the way. That sixth shot keeps, or seventh shot keeps taking me by surprise. So I'm so used to shooting things at higher capacity. All right, let's go back to our plate rack. Let's hit that small gong on the plate rack. Had one not go off. That small one again. Now we should be back to the one that didn't go off. There, needs just a second drop of the hammer. Usually with the rim fires, if they don't go off the first time, you just hit them one more time, you can get them to go off. Sometimes you might need a rotator or something, but yeah, usually a second drop of the hammer, you can end up getting them to go off. Let's see. Oh yeah, I still got a bunch of Magnums left. Magnums are fun. You feel like you're shooting a little bit more of a real gun. They're still pretty light, but in this small and light of a gun, you feel a little bit of recoil. Alright, let's go a little faster and go on the silhouette. We'll try the left-hand thumbing. Oh, they go so fast. Alright. Alright, I think that pretty much wraps it up for the old Colt New Frontier. You know, I'm personally not into single action revolvers, and that's just a matter of taste thing. There's nothing wrong with it. This seems to work rather well. We've had no issues with it whatsoever. We've put a couple hundred rounds through it, some of them long rifle, some of them Magnum, and it shoots flawlessly. So if you're into single action revolvers, I don't think you'll be displeased with this in any way, shape, or form. Seems real accurate. You know, it's got the quality that you expect from the older Colts. There's a reason that they had the name they had for such a long time. So yeah, if you can find one of these, they're pretty expensive these days, because this is not a gun that's been made in quite a while. It's becoming a bit of a collector's piece. But yeah, if you can get a hold of one, they sure are fun to shoot. So thanks everybody for watching. Down in the description you'll find links to my Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. You know, we're in the middle of an ammo crisis, and it takes a lot to do some of these videos these days with everything going on. So if you'd like to contribute on Patreon, I'd appreciate it a lot. If not, if you could just hit the like button and maybe share the video with your friends, I'd appreciate it tremendously. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.